The Minnesota Vikings had an opportunity to punch their ticket yesterday as the 6th seed in the NFC, and they failed. Either a Vikings win or an Eagles loss would have delivered a postseason for the Vikings for the second straight year. It did not happen. The Vikings lose to the Bears, and the Bears went all out in this one, Chris. They did not back off even when it was obvious the Rams were going to dismantle the 49ers. The Bears were not going to be in a position to improve their playoff positioning. They still went for it. They opted to knock out the Vikings. And I say all the time, you don't want a team from your division showing up in your stadium in the playoffs if you can avoid it. However, this year was the asterisk. This year was the exception because I don't know that I want the Eagles. Right. And we could be sitting here 1 week from now talking about how the Bears should regret that they let the Eagles in.
Well, the Eagles are, of course, a hot football team. We get that. The Bears, they're old school. First of all, they're a young football team, and they were going to continue to play, and I think part of it was because of what you said. First of all, they're just going, hey, Minnesota's on our way. We have things to improve on. We're going to take this as serious as anything we've done all year long and continue to improve our football team and knock out a team that we don't want to see for a third time, that has some elite defensive players and 2 elite receivers that could, in one play, change the dynamic of a game. I get it, and I also think this. Hey, the Eagles are really good. I'll say this much, though, to me, this is not a good matchup for the Eagles. I think it'll be tough. I do. And they have some magic, and maybe I'm wrong here either way, but I think Chicago has some magic, too, just with some of the weapons they have. I know you like some of the things they do.
I think the Bears at Soldier Field are a bad matchup for anybody.
Exactly. Agreed. That's exactly right. So as much as the Eagles, I fear them, I look at this still and go, watch out for the Bears. I think with the way everybody's played the last 4 or 5 weeks, if you made me rank the NFC, and I think you're on the similar path here, the Saints are the number 1 team in the NFC, but if you made me rank them, I'd say the Bears are the second best team. I think there's flaws with the Rams.
Vikings were 3 and out on their first 4 possessions, similar to what happened last week in Detroit, but in Detroit, they found the gas pedal.
Yes.
They never really found it against the Bears. 164 total yards, and Kirk Cousins, 20 of 33, 132 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, a 79.4 passer rating. And after the game, Kirk Cousins addressed the media, and he was not able to pin down precisely why the team struggled so much on offense in 2018.
You can point to so many plays, right, through 16 games, where you say, if this one ball bounces this way, we're in the playoffs, even with today. And so you can't get caught up too much in today. They all count one, and you can't get caught up too much in, we didn't deserve this or that. There's only so much you can control as an individual player, and there's so many moments throughout a season out of your control that happen on the field that end up having a big impact on the final outcome of each game. So, at times you have to understand that it's a lot bigger than just any one person.
If you're watching this on NBCSN and you're wondering why the guy's smiling, you're not alone. He's smiling. He's smiling like the duck that they got when the Bumpus Hounds ate the turkey.
Yeah.
He's smiling at me. Why are you smiling at me, Kirk? Why are you happy? You shouldn't be happy. You should be upset. You should be sullen. You should be more like Baker Mayfield. I guess he's happy because he's got $84 million fully guaranteed, regardless of whether they make it to the playoffs or not. Maybe that's why he's happy.
You sound like a bitter Vikings fan.
I'm not a bitter. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's just being pleasant. He's going home.
Pleasant? What the hell is pleasant?
Well, he's being pleasant. He's not being a jerk to the media. He's trying to answer questions professionally and be a grown man.
Wait a minute. You can be not a jerk to the media and also not have a goofy smile on your face after your season just crashed and burned at a time when you had high expectations, and you're the reason the expectations were high. I don't want to see that goofy smile in your last press conference. I'm not saying come in and start giving everybody the finger like you would. I'm just saying don't be smiling. What are you smiling about? There's nothing to smile about.
It's not a smile like he's like, this is the greatest day of my life. This is amazing. My first child's been born. This is not that kind of smile.
It's still a smile.
Well, okay.
Like, hey, you know what? Stuff happens. Hey, consequences, as long as I'm rich.
To your point, though, he's allowed to smile and then go home and be totally distraught and angry and disappointed about his season.
He doesn't look like a guy who's going to be distraught and angry and disappointed and be up all night because it's... And this whole, it's one play here, one play there, baloney. If you're a great team, you don't need to worry about one play here or one play there. Those things happen, and you still overcome them. That's what the Patriots do. We talked about that yesterday.
There's no
I know
doubt.
we're not supposed to talk about Patriots-Jets in this segment, but bear with us. That game was very close.
Right.
But those 4 or 5 plays,
yes,
they always go
execute.
when it's time to buckle down, when you know it's a key moment, the Patriots make it happen, and they bend reality in their direction. So you're not worried about, oh, this play here or that play there. No, you go out and you out-execute the other team. You are more prepared. You are more driven. You are more focused. You are more talented. You are in better shape. You are everything necessary to advance. That's what the Bears are this year, and that's what the Vikings aren't.
Yeah, no, the Vikings are not that. And I don't want everybody to sit there and blame Kirk Cousins because I don't think it's fair. I understand some of the blame.
Why is it not fair?
I understand.
He's making $84 million over 3 years.
That's not his fault. You know.
What do you mean it's a
why Rick Spielman? He gave him all that money. Other GMs did.
So shame on you for not realizing that I'm not worth the money you gave me. You should have. Joke's on you. I stink.
Well, shame on them for not having a better offensive line this year. Shame on them for, going down the John DeFilippo wormhole and having those issues. So that didn't help it out either. That didn't protect their investment.
Here's the problem. They should have kept Case Keenum if they weren't going to have a great offensive line, because you can't make Kirk Cousins work as a quarterback if he has to bail out of the pocket. Keenum was great. When he had to bail out of the pocket.
He is definitely more athletic.
Was talking about this earlier today.
Yes.
If he has to go to his right, the best thing you hope for is he throws it out of bounds and lives to fight another play. If he has to go to his left, he gets tackled, and you just hope he doesn't break his ankle on the way to the ground. That's it. Right? He's got no mobility.
I just can't. Your Viking fandom. I love.
But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know me well enough to know how to push my buttons. But I'm not real big on the smiling. I mean, this isn't 5 hours after.
I get it.
He goes to the locker room, he takes a shower, he puts on that shirt that does not reflect the money that the guy is making, and he shows up and he's smiling.
I understand.
I don't want to rip a guy for smiling.
But you are. You're ripping him for smiling. And he was just trying to answer a question and not be a jerk. Like
you can still
Bill Belichick,
do it.
who you say is a jerk sometimes because he doesn't smile.
You can still do it without that.
Well,
look at that.
He's just trying to give a pleasant answer to a guy. Why does it matter to you that if he was like this?
Because
I'm mad we lost.
Oh, I like that.
I'm mad.
I'm scared.
What? How dare you ask me that question, media? I'm mad we lost.
But there's some. I mean, look. You're trying to get the fans, because the fans are pissed.
You have to play to that.
The fans aren't smiling, and they see that, and they say, "What can we get for this guy?"
Right.
We'll be back more pits
because you're a fan.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.